Now on the APEC VIP hotline, cutting-edge training for the serious athlete, apecgo.com. Joining us now, the head football coach of the Canton Eagles, Robert Ivey. How you doing, Coach?
Doing great.
Hey, congratulations on a great year. I know it didn't end the way you wanted to with the loss to Van in the district championship. Tell me a little bit about that football game.
Well, it's very disappointing. Anytime you're in the situation you're in to go and play for the district championship and you don't come away with a victory, I mean, it's disappointing, and it's disappointing for our kids. And you know, they put a lot of time and effort in, and we just come up short. You know, but kids played well. It was a very, very competitive game, and it could have went either way. And they were able to get a couple of breaks that we didn't, and they won the game. So.
I know it came right down in the third quarter. It looked like you guys had this thing tied up there midway through, right?
Well, we did, and actually there was right before halftime, we've got the ball down on the 3-yard line, and you know, there was a botched call that instead of us having the ball on the 3, it gave the ball to Van on the 3, and it's different at halftime. It should have been 21-14 Canton, and so that was a big momentum changer. And of course, we come out in the second half, and the third play of the game, we get a pick, and we take it down to about the 25. But we were in the red zone several times, and we didn't come away with scores. And normally, that's not Canton Eagle football, and that was disappointing, and probably the difference in the game. But like I said, you know, we in a big game like that, when you're given those opportunities, you got to be able to capitalize on that, and we just didn't get that done.
So tell me about the mood of your football team then, starting this week, getting ready for playoffs. Was it hard to get them back up?
Not at all. We've got a focused football team, and our kids are hungry to play, and you know, we got through that over the weekend, and they knew on Monday after we'd visited with them on Friday night that we're still playing, and most teams in Texas have hung their stuff up. And fortunately, we're not one of those teams, and so we've got a big football game that we've been getting ready for.
And one of the things that we talk about in the terms of these final ball games of the regular season, a lot of times when it comes down to this for the district championship, not only do you have to worry about building them back up emotionally if they lose the ball game, but also the toll that game takes on you physically. How did you guys come out of the game?
Awesome. We've been very blessed. We're very healthy, and we came out of that game very healthy, and so that's a good thing. So
the Van game notwithstanding, how do you feel about your team and how they've played up to this point going into the first round of the playoffs?
Oh, I think any time. I mean, you know, we're 8-2. I mean, there's not many teams that are 8-2, and our 2 losses are to 2 extremely very good football teams. Both of them are district champions, and have an opportunity to go deep in the playoffs. And so, you know, I feel good about our football team, and I have all year long. And our preparation's been good, and we're going to be prepared to go and play in front of a huge crowd at Tyler-Longview Stadium on a Thursday night when we're the only show in East Texas. So I think our kids are excited about that.
Now, you mentioned playing on Thursday night. Did you want to play on Thursday night?
Yes, I really did. You know, I felt like anytime you're playing a veteran playoff football team, if you can get any advantage, and I'm not saying that is, but you know, one less day to prepare, we felt like maybe would be our advantage. So that, and then it was important. I felt like to get a venue that was going to be nice, and there's going to be a lot of games Friday night, and to my knowledge, there's not a bunch of games in East Texas on Thursday night, so there'll be a packed house, and I think that's exciting, and what Texas high school football is all about. So. You know, I think our kids understand that. We're excited about that. We didn't want to go play at Longview, and that was the other site, and we didn't think it was right to go to Longview, so we just finally decided, hey, we'll go Thursday, Friday with our 2 districts at Tyler-Rose.
Well, it ought to be a great atmosphere. Now, tell me what you know about the Gilmer Buckeyes.
Well, what does everybody not know? You know, they won some state championships, and they're usually a deep running team in the playoffs. And like I said, they a lot of speed. They're coached well up front offensively. They're coached well, you know, all 3 phases of the game. And we feel like we are too. And we've got to go and execute what we're going to do, keep the ball in front of us, and not turn the ball over, and not give them a short field. And hopefully we can come away with a win. You know, we to my knowledge, we're 1-0 versus those cats. Canton beat them, I think, in 05, I believe. It was a high-scoring game, and, of course, these are different kids and a different situation, but you know, we've got to go, and we've got to play a really good football game. I know that.
Now, as far as the matchups are concerned, is there a particular area where you feel like you have a favorable matchup on them?
I don't know if you could say that or not. You know, I think that offensively, anytime the Canton Eagles take the field, we have an opportunity to put points on the board. We have all year, and we have, you know, since I've been here. So we've got to execute offensively and hopefully keep their athletes off balance and move the football. There's no doubt, and that's going to take some precision timing and doing what they give us and taking advantage of that, and that's what we plan to do.
What about the things that they do that maybe trouble you just a little bit?
Well, it's just putting the ball in some good athletes' hands. That, and they make you defend the field. You know, not just vertically but horizontally too. And I think they do a great job of, if you do take something away, of counteracting and working back to the other side. And they certainly, do enough things, that concern you as far as whether you're getting double passes or tackle over or different things like that you've got to defend and do a good job defensively, not getting out leveraged. And but personally, I think that we do a good job with that, and we just got to do a really good job of tackling on defense. We got to be good tacklers Thursday night, and hopefully that we can do that and keep the ball in front of us. Coach,
there's a lot of similarities between you and Gilmer this year. They're breaking in a new quarterback, Tanner Barr. Your quarterback is a sophomore. Talk about his performance. Are you at all concerned about him being a sophomore going into a ball game like this?
Absolutely not. Not Chandler Island. Chandler Island, he plays like a senior, and he's a heck of a competitor. And he played some as a freshman for us last year. So I really don't care what the stage would be. He doesn't get rattled. He doesn't get shook up. His deal is he puts so much pressure on himself. That's the only thing that I really ever get concerned about with Chandler. Hey, we got to go. We got to settle down. You got to play the next play, because he wants to go and he wants to make the play. So I'm not worried about that at all. Well, it sounds like it's going to be a great football game, and we do wish you the best of luck. Thanks very much for talking to us today, and enjoy that big spotlight on Thursday night, because I think you are the only game in town on Thursday night, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We are, and hopefully we'll play well, and we appreciate you. Thank you very much, Coach. Coach Robert Ivey from Canton on Bryan Houston Sports Radio Live on 99.3 Talk FM.